Hi, I am beginner driver. I already introduced the reverse bay parking method in my previous video. Click here if you haven't watched yet. You must reverse when you do reverse bay parking. Beginner usually have no problem in steering forward, but they got nervous in reverse parking because they have much less experience in driving backward. In this video, I will introduce the theory of backward steering and steering tips for beginner driver. Let's talk about theory first. One common question in reverse steering for beginner is that, should I turn left or turn right? If you can answer this question within 1 second, you can fast forward half minute later for the steering tips for reverse parking. This question seems silly, but when you first time drive in the car, you may also need few seconds to figure it out. Here is the demonstration. When you steer right, the wheel will move in this direction. So when you move forward, the car will move along a circular pathway of direction of the wheel. So the car will move to the right. When you are reversing, the car will also move along a circular pathway of direction of the wheel. So the car will also move to the right. So no matter you are moving forward or backward, steer to the direction you want to go. If you still didn't get it, you can go to a safe place with no traffic. When you are reversing, turn around and look back. You will get a much better sense to drive backward. Before go into the steering tips, you need to know how many rotation your car is needed for a complete right turn and complete left turn. For my car, it take around 1.5 rotation to a complete right turn, and also around 1.5 rotation to a complete left turn. So add up total will be around 3 rotation. Most car have total rotation within 2.5 to 3 rotation. Look at this picture. Can you tell the difference between turning right, no turning, and turning left? You can't tell because they look the same. You can only feel the feedback from the steering wheel when you move the car at certain speed. But when you are reversing, you usually move very slow or even stop the car. You have no idea what is the direction of the wheel. For beginner, they are uncertain about how much they are steering. Often sticks their head out of the window to check the actual direction of the wheel. So the first tips of steering backward is counting the turn you steer, so you know exactly how many turn you're made. The second tips is not to steer arbitrarily. When you are busy for looking mirror and reverse camera, you may not have time to look how many turns you made. I recommend beginner drivers to steer in half-turn increments instead of steering arbitrarily. For example, if you want to turn left slightly, steer left half turn. If you want to steer more, steer left half turn more to a 1 full left turn. If you need even more, you may steer slowly half turn more, and in my car, this is the maximum turn. If it is fewer than a half turn, feel free to steer, because you know you are turning left or right. And where is the position of straight? If it is between 1 turn to 1.5 turn, you can also steer arbitrarily because you know, when steering wheel looks straight, you're already steering 1 turn. Combine these 2 tips, counting the turn and steer every half rotation. You know exactly how much you already turn. That will prevent undesired car movement. For example, in my car, if I already turn 1.5 rotation to the left, and I turn back to right for 1 rotation, if I didn't count the turn and didn't turn every half turn, I might think I already turned right far enough and the car will turn right. But actually there are half left turn remaining, so the car will still go to left, and the car will go to the direction you don't want. In summary, steer the direction you want the car to go, no matter it is going forward or backward. Familiar with how many turns of the steering wheel are needed to fully turn your car to left or right. Counting the number of turn you already steer. Steer in half-turn increments, especially between half-turn and 1 turn. If you find these techniques useful, hit the subscribe button, comment, like, and share. I will introduce more tips for beginner drivers in my next video.